If you've been watching cable news, you're probably not shocked to find out that the trash has been piling up and now it's time to take it out. This is garbage, people. Okay, so I've got my garbage can right here, and JR, I think we agree on this one. I saw that you had pitched it for the main show.
I did.
This is an individual. Lieutenant Governor of Texas, Dan Patrick. So he was on the news recently, and he is all aboard choo-choo the train of going back to normal. And if some people have to die, that's okay. But take a look at the way he expressed those thoughts on Tucker Carlson last night.
And, you know, Tucker, no one reached out to me and said, as a senior citizen, are you willing to take a chance on your survival in exchange for keeping the America that all America loves for your children and grandchildren? And if that's the exchange, I'm all in. And that doesn't make me noble or brave or anything like that. I just think there are lots of grandparents out there in this country, like me, I have 6 grandchildren, that what we all care about and what we love more than anything are those children. And I want to, you know, live smart and see through this, but I don't want the whole country to be sacrificed. The message is that let's get back to work. Let's get back to living. Let's be smart about it. And those of us who are 70 plus, we'll take care of ourselves, but don't sacrifice the country. Don't do that. Don't ruin this great American
you're basically
dream.
saying that this disease could take your life, but that's not the scariest thing to you. There's something that would be worse than dying.
Yeah.
So that is effectively him saying, 70 plus people, they would be happy to sacrifice themselves, obviously. And in theory, anyone who's 70 plus who doesn't believe that, I guess you're not either sufficiently patriotic or sufficiently love your kids, your grandkids, I guess. They should be willing to die if it means us getting back to work a few weeks earlier. And Tucker Carlson teed him up with that question. Does that mean that, like, dying is not the thing you're most afraid of? And he says yes, because a temporary issue with the stock market is scarier for him, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, who almost certainly will be insulated from the risk he's going to throw onto other people. That makes him my garbage person of the day. And by the way, for the person in the chat who pointed out I have a crappy printer, I have a replacement toner cartridge, but I don't know how precious those are going to be soon, so I'm trying to get for as long as I can with the ink I've got. Anyway, Jared, what'd you think about Dan Patrick?
Trying to figure out how sacrificing anyone that's 70 plus to come out, what is that, the driving workforce that we're looking to get back out here and do the same thing, to get back to work where? To restart the economy? Mm-hmm. How does that help? I just need the logistics. Maybe I missed his further explanation on the rest of the hour he had with Tucker. I don't know, but I'm still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Do you have that answer?
So you should definitely be fine with dying. Of course, I guarantee he's not going to be offering himself up. Let's do a little experiment, by the way, because this is going to be a game. It's going to be a fun game. Not. Everybody on Fox News has pivoted to some people might need to die. A couple million people, a couple of percentage points might die, and they're willing to make that sacrifice. That's the thing that Dan Patrick is adding, is that they're willing, they love their grandkids, and they value the economy more than their own lives. So they'd be willing to sacrifice themselves. Here's the thing. Those grandparents are not the ones who are going to, you know, send everyone back to work, that they're going to stop all these regulations. It's going to be people like Dan Patrick, people like Trump, governors around the country. So it is very, very easy to say 3% of the country should die, and that's not a big deal. I want those people to point out, of the people they know, let's say they know 100 people, I want to hear 3 names. 3 names that you would sacrifice, that you'd be comfortable dying. Maybe you don't know that many people. Name 1 name, someone that you would be willing to sacrifice on the altar of our economy and its stability. They don't want to do that. But that's what is going to happen, is those individuals will die. We don't know right now who they're going to be, but if we follow this path, hundreds of thousands, millions of Americans will die. That's fine by Dan Patrick, supposedly. I guarantee they're hoarding supplies and food and medicine to make sure that no one he knows is going to be among those number.
I like to expand this thought experiment you've got,
Let's
John.
do it.
We should push it also to that you're also within a group of 100 people, Dan Patrick, and then your friends get to choose which three, and you hope they don't choose you, because now it's on you. Because now you start asking your friends if how expendable you are to them. So they have to choose these three people. What if you're on the list of three people? Dan, you're too old. You've lived a nice life. Get out of here.
Yeah.
You might not feel too good watching your friend point his finger at you and go, I want him. He's
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah, and like I alluded to, like if you're watching this and you're 70 plus, and you feel like, well, I don't want to die, I'm here to tell you that is perfectly acceptable for you to think. You should be able to expect that you're going to get through this thing and that the government is going to do what's necessary to save you. Like if a foreign military was invading across our southern border, would we just say, they've only taken 3% of our territory? Sure, they killed a few million people, but like, come on, we're not going to like shut down theaters. Let's keep things going. Let's keep this economy chugging along. And yet, this is what we're hearing. And look, today it's Dan Patrick. God only knows tomorrow. The message has been sent out. The narrative is established. The right is ready to just chug along because they think, one, economically, it's in their interest, and two, if they can get people to think that this is what's needed, that this is acceptable, then it could help Donald Trump in his re-election bid.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely to try and set a new norm of thought process that you can you're willing to sacrifice yourselves for the sake of these other people. Absolutely wouldn't do the same for you
Yeah.
in a million years.